Fast bowling is a lot of work, and a lot of people do not like hard work. So says the great man, Sir Andy Roberts. Hey, what's up, Sports to the Bone family? And welcome back to another video. Hope everybody is doing okay. Alright, so in this one, I'm going to be zooming in on an interview that was done by Sir Andy Roberts on the Mason and Guest show. He had a couple of interesting things to say where the West Indies pace bowlers are concerned. So, I have a couple of quotations from his interview that I'll be sharing with you guys. And also going to be taking a look at what personnel's over there at the MCG, that's in Melbourne Cricket Ground, what they are planning to do to honor the greatest leg spinner of all time, Mr. Shane Warne. So you're going to want to stick out to the end to hear everything that I'll be putting forward in this one. Alright, my viewers and subscribers, please remember now, guys, to always make sure that you leave a like on the video and drop your comment. If you are viewing and you have not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button, man, and become a part of the family. See? Alright, so as I said, Sir Andy Roberts, he had a couple of interesting things to say where West Indies' current generation is concerned. He mostly zoomed in on the pace bowlers. He spoke about the different things, but I want to talk about the pace bowlers, and we always say sometimes when these former players come out and speak, from time to time we tend to listen for some solutions. But majority of the time we are hearing, problem and things like that. But anyways, if I would have not played cricket at the highest level and I am entitled to my opinion, what say a great man like Sir Andy Roberts, he's entitled to his opinion, even though majority of the time we're not getting solutions from some of these players. So I'm just going to share the interview with you guys. So one of the first things that is quoted as saying, fast bowling is a lot of work. And a lot of people do not like hard work. And I can understand that, and that is definitely true. Especially when you know that, you don't have to put in the extra yard and you can get away with it. When people were actually driven by passion and things like that, then, people would definitely go there and put in the work. But the difference as it relates to back then and now is the amount of players that are coming through with high quality. Back then you had a whole lot of pace bowlers, right? The Roberts, the Holding, you understand, the Malcolm Marshall, the Colin Craft. Then you came down to people like Patrick Patterson, people like Ambrose and Wash in the latter part. So, people definitely had to do a lot of work and push themselves. So that is also one aspect. It's not just like the guys are not interested these days to really work. You understand? It's just that the amount of quality that is coming out is not there anymore. So you find that the ones that are coming through, they don't have to work probably as hard as the ones before had to work. That is how I look at it. Anyway, Roberts, in my opinion, is just letting us know that these guys that are currently playing, they are not cutting it at all. They are not cutting it. And according to him, West Indies is suffering because of this, right? We are suffering from a lack of pace. And usually, we are known for good pace bowlers. And usually, when we have the pace bowlers leading back in the 70s, the 80s, we were definitely a team to be reckoned with. But now that we don't have them, according to Sir Andy, we are suffering. You understand? He went on to say that, where the current pace bowlers are concerned, they are not bowling, even if they come through and they are bowling quick, they are not bowling quickly for a long period of time, right? He's quoted as saying, and I quote, we lack genuine fast bowlers that will make batsmen can't sleep, right? And we would have heard stories of different batsmen from England, Australia, India, Sri Lanka, New Zealand, saying that back in the days when they went up against the West Indies team of the 70s, the 80s, you understand, they were having nightmares going to bed and wondering what are they going to do? What are they going to do when they come up against our bowlers? So according to Sir Andy Roberts, batsmen don't worry about that anymore when they come up against West Indies. He's saying that our fast bowlers can't bowl fast for too long. You understand? According to him, just 2 to 3 overs of fast bowling and then that is it. So he's basically letting us know that these so-called fast bowlers, they need to crank it up. And the funny thing about it, and I know that Sir Andy Roberts know this, But when it comes on to fast bowling, players are no longer afraid of fast bowling, you know. Well, let me withdraw that. You have people that are still afraid, and you can still be effective with pace bowling. But these days you have to make sure that you're skillful with the ball along with the pace, right? If you are just straight pace and you're not skillful, then that is an issue. And that is why I think that when the youngsters are coming through, you want to get the youngsters to bowl fast, extremely fast. Then, as coaches, that is where we chip in and say, all right, you teach the youngsters how to get a good line and a good length. You teach the youngsters how to move the ball and things like that. But genuine pace bowlers, you know, you don't really have a lot of them coming around. So when you see one or two of them, you want to encourage them to continue bowling fast. And then that is where the coach is supposed to earn their money when they come through and, you know, help the youngsters to make sure that they keep it on good line and length consistently, and they are able to move the ball around and things like that. Now, Sir Andy is quoted as saying, they are not strong enough, their legs are not strong, right? He went on to say it's your legs that carry you through. So when you're running on your ball, your first 2, 3, 4 overs, right? You are going through off adrenaline, you are going through off the entire body, the entire strength. But further down in the game now, that is where your leg work, your leg strength is going to come in. And if the leg is not strong, according to Sir Andy, you are definitely going to tail off where your pace is concerned, your accuracy and all of that. So as I said, my viewers and subscribers, there are a whole lot of things to be fixed where West Indies cricket is concerned. I don't know, you know. We're not as, I mean, the pace bowlers are not as quick as they used to be. But I don't know if that is the biggest crisis where West Indies cricket is concerned right now. I think the batting, more so than anything else, is really what we need to fix. You understand? Going into a test match, you know, I'm not saying that we have the bowling to really take 20 wickets every game in a test match, you know, but going in, you know that your Kemar Roach, your Jaden Seals, your Joseph Hola, when he's on good form, especially in the Caribbean, will come up trumps for you. But we can't really bang on 2 or 3 batsmen that are going to consistently get 70, 80 or 100. That is the problem for me. Not knocking Sir Andy's argument, you know, because I am sharing what he's talking about, pace bowlers. But because we're talking about the team, you know, I just decided to basically squeeze this one in. I am thinking that we are more in trouble when it comes on to our batting more than anything else. You understand? Anyway, Sir Andy went on to say, and I quote, when Shannon Gabriel, for example, who is our fastest bowler right now, you know, when he was bowling in the 90s, he was saying that, you know, it's mostly in the early mornings of game, but by in the evening, you find out that he would probably drop down into the 80s. So that simply means that the shoulder, the you know, the upper body is strong, but the legs are not able to keep up. You understand? So I don't know, my viewers and subscribers. I am not too sure if players are doing a lot of sand work like they used to do back then. You know, you would hear Michael Holding talking about himself and some of the other guys running on the beach doing sands. You know, people still do the work, but I guess you find that most of these guys, they go into the gym and they do a lot of squatting. I mean, squatting will help to develop the quadricep. That is where you call the thigh, the hamstring where around the back there, the gastrocnemius. That is where you call the foot calf, right? Muscles like those, when you go in the gym, you will definitely develop those, you know, but most of those sort of working out is explosive working out, so it will give you a good amount of power for maybe 4 or 5 overs. Sir Andy didn't explain it like this, you know, but because I have a little idea about muscle and them sort of things. So, you know, going in the gym and doing work like that, you will be very explosive for maybe a good you know, 6, 7, 8 overs. But after that, the explosiveness of the muscle, you can't really rely on it. That is where you know, the long distance training going to come in. You know, that is where you train the other muscle groups. You're basically running to ball pace, you know. So you want to make sure that when you're training the muscle group that you're going to use or that you're gonna call upon throughout the day. No, a lot of these things are scientific, and know that back when we were very good, we didn't necessarily have a lot of scientists around the team. But you had people with common sense, letting the guys know that you need to run, you need to jog, you understand, you need to walk a lot. No, because of the gym business, a lot of these guys, they are exposed to it now. So a lot of them, they don't even worry with the running, and that is something that I think is also affecting us. So I don't know, my viewers and subscribers, I just wanted to share this with you guys. Just wanted to give you my take on it as it relates to what might be affecting our pace bowlers. Where the batting is concerned, that is a whole different situation that we definitely need to look at. You understand? That will probably need a video for itself. But anyway, that is what Sir Andy had to say about our bowlers. Now, I think majority of the cricketing world would know by now that we would have lost Shane Warne yesterday, and his homegrown MCG, the Melbourne Cricket Ground. They, according to what I am seeing here, they are planning to name. I think they were saying it's the Southern Stand in his honor. So I guess it will be now called the Shane Warne Stand, and I think it's a very good gesture. He grew up in Melbourne, and I think he played his cricket for Victoria, if I'm not mistaken, before he really got into the Australian team, and became a mainstay and an all-time great. So that is very good to hear, my viewers and subscribers. But Jaja, I tell you, it's still very difficult to talk about, because we say we have lost a couple of guys in quick succession. We lost our guy there from Trinidad, Rod Marsh from Australia, just the same, and Shane Warne. And boy, I tell you, as they say, we are just visitors on this earth, so we just need to do what we are doing and make the best use of it. You understand? But yeah, that's basically it for this one, my viewers and subscribers. Just go ahead in the comment section and let me know if you agree with what Sir Andy Roberts had to say about our pace bowling and the current generation. Yeah, big up on yourself, my peeps. I'm out.